What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm Paul.
I'm Morgan.
This viral egg cracking on your kid's forehead prank, I'm not sure that it started that way. I think it maybe started where you just surprised your spouse. It was like wives cracking on their bald husbands' heads. But then it's turned into this, you crack it on your unsuspecting kid prank. Has been getting some big backlash lately, but it's also been getting some big laughs. So as new parents, Morgan and I are going to break it down and give our honest thoughts on this thing.
Exactly. See what I just did there? Exactly. I did it on accident,
would have missed it. I would have missed it if you hadn't said that.
Wow. Well, okay. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We give commentary on culture to help you be in the world,
but of the word, which is also one of the new taglines on our merch drop that will be dropping September
2nd.
Okay, First.
Yep.
September 1st. It's dropping September 1st. Get ready. We're super pumped for this launch. Honestly, super pumped. Also, our patrons will be getting 30% off. So get ready, patrons. Y'all know this. Also, we'll have a patron Zoom call coming up next week. So be ready for that. All right, Morgan, without further ado, what is specifically is the name of it? I think it's called Egg Crack Challenge. The Egg Crack Challenge.
Wow, that's really great title.
Yeah. Well, so let's just do this, Morgan. When this really came on our radar, I don't know when it came on your radar, but I'm pretty sure I was on Twitter. This is what I'm recalling. I was on Twitter and I see this montage that I looked back and it's got around 10 million views now. But it's a montage of like 7 or 8 moms. We're about to show it to you. We're going to play like 50 seconds of it so you guys can get a good idea. But I watched it and I just got to be completely honest. It was the hardest I've laughed in a while.
Wow.
But then a little later, I see our girl, one of our favorites, Allie B. Stuckey, coming down hard on it.
Dun, dun, dun.
And so now here we are. We're going to give our honest thoughts. I don't want to be swayed just because my conservative, one of my conservative favorite females is coming down hard on it. I want to give my honest reaction, and I want to hear yours as a new mom.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Any final thoughts before we play this clip?
I'll give my thoughts afterwards.
All right, guys. While this clip's playing, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Thank you.
Let's give it a watch.
Ow! That hurts! I wanted to crack it!
Go, crack it. Woo!
Ow. That hurts.
Are you okay?
No.
Ready?
Yeah.
Two.
Stop it!
Ready?
Okay, the last one, I feel like is the only one that was okay. Because he thought it was hilarious.
Oh, man. All right. We need to choose our words. We need to choose our words carefully, Morgan. Especially me. Start us off, Morgan. So you watched that because it has been getting roasted and toasted.
Yeah.
Can I actually just read what our girl Allie B said?
Yes.
All right. Again, my initial reaction was LOLing. Almost like a gut LOLing. This was my initial reaction before I really thought through it. I saw Allie B. This is from 4 days ago on Twitter. She shared this video and she said, "Fewer things I hate more than parents publicly embarrassing their children for the likes of strangers." And then our other girl over on Poplitics, Alex Clark, commented on the same video and said, "This trend of parents severely scaring Scaring, embarrassing, or pranking kids till they cry and then posting it for likes is so disgusting to me.
Everything is so just like upped on Twitter, on just social media responses, everything. I will say, all in all, I'm not a fan of this. I agree with Alex in that not just this trend.
Wait. I forgot. Guys, we are going to be testing this here in just a few moments.
On Paul.
On me.
Let's make that clear. Not on our child.
No,
or
not
me.
exactly. Not on Morgan. We're going to be testing it here in just a few moments in this video to see how bad it really hurts. Okay?
Well, first of all, it's going
me.
to be a little different. Your head is harder than a baby's or a kid's.
Fair enough. Okay, continue though. I just wanted to let them know it's going down in this video.
I agree with Alex in that I don't like these TikToks that are coming up, not just the egg stuff, but just like doing things to either like scare your kid or like whatever it is, to like embarrass them, to make them laugh is fine, but to scare or embarrass, I think that that's not good. But then I think back about like how I was raised,
Okay.
and like I think specifically to several moments, but 2 moments come to mind. I'll share one of them. I was in my bedroom cleaning. It was summertime. It was like probably 8 or 9:30 probably at night.
Because the question here that's being asked is, are we actually being too soft on our kids and babying them?
Right. And I had my window open, so there was a screen. My dad decides to go out the front door. He was doing stuff out in the yard, but he comes sneaking over to my door and just like screams at me.
Oh, that is
Scares the crap out of
That
me.
is me. So just because it wasn't filmed, does that make it any different?
Right. So I'm just thinking, like, we have social media now catching all these things, people purposefully filming them. But, like, this stuff was happening in the past, okay? Am I traumatized for life now? Yes. No.
I thought you were about to say yes for
I'm
real.
just kidding. Although I will say that probably does affect me a little. 'Cause I am very, like, jump scary.
You
like,
are kind of jump scared.
Yeah, my dad had a role in that.
Well, I guess my question is, how old were you when your dad did that?
I was 12, 13.
Okay. So that is older than almost all of the kids we saw on here. All the kids except for the last 2, like, it really startled and put them on the brink of tears.
Yeah.
Or they did cry, and then the last 2 loved it.
Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's okay to be silly with your kids. It's okay to put them in situations that maybe make them a little uncomfortable. But one, for you to set up a camera and then intentionally, like, hit them with an object is not a great thing, in my opinion.
2 things. Jimmy Kimmel, when he made this segment of his show, it went really big. It was like telling your kids you ate their Halloween candy. And so the moms or dads would record themselves saying, Jimmy, I just ate all of your Halloween candy. And the kids were like flabbergasted, and then they would respond in really crazy ways. Does that deserve pushback? Because that was filmed.
I mean, I think one way that I see that differently is it's not like physical harm. You're not causing possible physical harm on your child. You're not doing something physically to them that could possibly like hurt them kind of bad, especially little baby toddlers. Like, what the heck?
Again, we're about to test this out on a grown man, but I still am curious to see how it feels.
I guarantee that no parent tested this out on themselves, or very few tested it out on themselves to see, does this actually hurt if I slam an egg into my child's head?
We don't know.
Okay, but
So you are suggesting then that this is like actual.
I feel like it's different than the Halloween candy thing. Is that amazing to film that and post that all over line? Probably not either.
Well,
I don't know.
so I watched Matt Walsh's video that he made on this from earlier today, and he was suggesting, this is let's not overreact in the sense that this is not causing physical like harm that would send your kid to the hospital or anything. It's an egg. Mm-hmm. But he was saying it still is something that could be tough for a little kid. He said age is a big factor, but he said in his opinion, what was even the biggest thing was a parent that would say, I'm going to do this prank and set up my camera to post it. And he was like, that is just not okay. And I would actually push back on that idea a little bit and say, no, hear me out. Let's just remove the whole, could this actually, is this causing real pain? I think it's probably more of the shock value of it all. Your kid's just so unexpecting that he's shocked, and that's what brings about the reaction. But maybe it could hurt more. Maybe it will hurt more. I'm not going to speak to that. I don't know. It might. But he was saying it was the filming of it, and I just feel like I have seen videos where parents film their kids. For instance, one came to mind was where they put the candy in front of their kids that are sitting at a table and say, Jimmy, don't eat this until I come back. And they're gone for 5 minutes. And so we get to enjoy, is Jimmy going to eat that? I think that's a lot of fun. So I think there actually could be a place for it, where Matt Walsh was like super against that.
I mean, again, I don't know if that's necessarily a prank. It's more like seeing what is going to be their reaction. It's not causing physical harm. It's not. So I see that a little differently, and I wonder what Matt Walsh would say to that, of like that specific one of putting the candy in front of them and walking away to see how they act. Like it's literally a science experiment
that we all get to enjoy.
Social science experiment.
He just seemed very down on it. But at the end of the day, I think age is a big factor. Doing the egg cracking on the head of a 8-year-old boy, I would say a lot of them would get so startled, and then they would laugh and they would be like, that was hilarious and so unexpected, Mom. If it's a 3-year-old, because it feels like there were
several little babes,
3-4-year-olds, and
2-year-olds even.
You think some were 2? And that just seemed too much.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, that just seemed like, man, they're just not quite ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, at that age, like, we're still building trust with these little humans to, like, let them know they can trust us. We're taking good care of them. We're not going to do crazy things that could hurt them, or, like, on purpose. There are going to be times when we just mess up or whatever. Our eyes aren't on them all the time and they fall off a little stool, whatever. But, like, all in all, like, we are there for them. We're their protectors and their providers and their caregivers, not the people that whack things on their head and scare the crap out of them and hurt them.
Yes. All right. Before we test this out with said egg, I watched a video on TikTok, and it was like a mom played a few of the like big clips, the viral clips going around, and then it jumped to her, and she was like, here's how this should be done. And she was like, little Charlotte, I have an egg. I would like to, if it's okay with your permission, we could try for you to crack it on Mommy's head. Okay, now would we like to try it? And I was about to barf in my mouth. But I said, hey, I get it, because it was like, this would be the correct way to do it, and I see that. But I was just like, okay, like, holier than thou much. This mom. But at the end of the day, if this is something that your 2 or 3-year-old, like, again, I go back to 2 and 3-year-olds, they're not quite ready for this. That's our opinion. And especially if it does sting, which I think it probably actually will, that seems a little much.
Yes.
In our opinion. All right. Morgan.
Oh boy, this is going to make a mess.
I don't think it will. They didn't seem to make a mess in the video. Do it just try not to get it all in my hair, okay? It's on the couch.
No.
Yep.
It went.
Okay, listen. That particular one, that actually felt kind of refreshing.
I will say that was like a really like fragile, like it did not.
You destroyed that thing.
I did.
That was like way more than any of those.
No, that one lady was like, slam, straight into her little baby.
I can't believe you just smashed that so hard.
Towel.
I cannot believe this.
Wow, I mean.
Is it in my hair?
I was trying to catch you off guard like they caught their kids off guard, you know? Goodness.
All right, guys. Well, so my consensus with that egg splatter, the way you just did it, it's on my shorts. The way you just did it, I feel like the sting is not really coming into play very much.
Yeah.
But it is just the shock that like, whoa. my mom just hit something in my head. A 2 or 3 year old, they're not quite ready to process that.
The wifey.
Wow. All right, guys. Give this video a thumbs up for the way Morgan just slugged that thing into my forehead. Show us some love. And comment below. Seriously, I do want to hear where you guys stand, because in all reality, my initial response was that gut laugh. This is hilarious. But after thinking on it, as more of us probably should do, especially when it comes to what we're putting out on the internet,
Involving children.
as to involving children, we should be thinking on these things and deciding, is this wise? Is this wise? So comment and let us know where you guys stand. Are parents being too overly protective, or is this a definite no-no? And we need to be making a stand against this. All right, guys. Morgan, I forgive you. I just want to say publicly, I forgive you for doing that. As hard and aggressive as you did.
This was your idea. I did it as much as one of those moms did it, as a couple of those moms did it.
All right, guys. We love you all very much. We'll see you again soon. Have hope.
And be free. If you're in the live chat, we'll be right back.
Hey guys, as you may have noticed, we get very few brand deals. A big reason for that is because we make unashamedly Christian content.
We've had brand deals taken away from us because people who don't like us reach out to them and demand that they cancel us.
Due to the fact that we stand on what the Bible says and we don't conform to culture.
Which is why our patrons, the names you see here, are so important.
You guys really are the lifeblood of this ministry. We could not do it without you all.
If you guys believe in this content and you want to partner with us on Patreon, go to patreon.com/paulandmorganshow or click the link in the description.
Go team. That was the one.